thing I love most about teaching maths at Upton is the passion and the enthusiasm of the pupils. They work brilliantly as part of a team, they help each other out, they teach and learn from one another, and they're always keen to challenge themselves on the most difficult questions possible. We make maths engaging for students by getting them to work in groups on a variety of different activities. No two lessons are the same. Pupils are always made to think, they're kept on their toes, they're constantly challenged in their thinking. We start off with the basic principles before moving on to more sophisticated problems. Every pupil in 2019 passed GCSE maths. Each year, around 40 pupils opt to take maths at A-level. This is a significant proportion of the cohort and is one of the most popular choices at A-level. Upton is unique in the way that we approach the learning in lessons. And most of all, they enjoy the passion of the teachers for mathematics. We all love it.
I think the thing I love most about teaching at Upton is the friendliness of the staff and the students. The feel of the building and the school itself. It's very green, which feels very good for your sort of mental health.
It's important for girls to study RE because it's never been such a challenging subject as it is now. In the news, we're often presented with all sorts of questions about faith, spirituality, and the world around us. So RE is really important in tackling some of those challenges and helping girls understand the world around them better, understand themselves, their beliefs, and also the beliefs of others around them. I love teaching RE at Upton because of the community that it has. The calibre of girls that we teach here still amazes me today. The ideas and the concepts that they come up with when we're in class is just outstanding, and it's so lovely to watch the girls debate issues, work together in a really kind and gentle way. RE is really important in helping pupils learn about worldly events. Often when there's things in the news, girls like to draw on that influence to talk about in the lessons. So for example, in Year 8, we talk about the climate change debate, and girls love to talk about the work of Greta Thunberg and David Attenborough's latest Our Planet documentaries. So anything that is kind of relevant to world events or religious festivals, girls love to kind of draw on that, and they take joy in being able to recognise those connections between what they learn in the classroom and those things that they learn in the world as well. RE lessons are always fun, so we often incorporate a lot of debate, so it's not unusual to walk into an RE classroom and see a lot of debate and discussion going on. We also like to be very creative, doing a lot of group projects, so pupils are often creating presentations or a piece of artwork. We've had a lot of pupils in the past create their own videos, which they then bring in to show us the next lesson. So anything that kind of gets those girls actively involved and working with each other is what makes those RE lessons unique and fun. We do not only study Catholicism, even though we live by and teach the Catholic values, we also see the importance of teaching other worldviews as well. So we study Judaism, we also study Islam, Sikhism, and as well as those non-religious views such as atheism, humanism. Every year we hold a multi-faith day for pupils in Year 8 to come and speak to guest speakers of all sorts of different faiths, and they really enjoy that experience, and they get a chance to kind of explore and ask questions about somebody that is living and breathing a different faith and one that they're not familiar to, and it really kind of helps to widen their views about the world around them.
What can we tell these young people about why we love history?
I just like every part of it, really. I like the fact that we're learning about ordinary people and what their lives were like and what they thought was important to them. So it's not just about kings and queens.
No.
But it's about real people, yeah. What is your favourite topic, history? I always ask you that.
At the minute, I'm really loving Whitechapel, which I know isn't in the Key Stage 3 curriculum, but they'll come to it at GCSE. I love the stories of the real women who lived in Whitechapel.
History is about the past, but we're learning and looking at it in different ways. Now, Dr. Campbell, you have a reputation of being the fun one. What sort of fun, quirky things can they get up to in history?
What can we do? Well, we have so many activities, don't we? We've got the Kagan learning, and you can dress up and you can do creative projects. and you can write great big debates and arguments.
They made their plague bubles as
They
well.
did make
didn't
plague
they?
buboes, yeah, and castles. And I think Mrs. Davis staged the Battle of Hastings on the field.
So it is. There's a huge range of things.
And there were nuns in the woods at the last open evening.
There were,
was nuns
and there
in the
might be
woods.
ones in the future as
There
well.
might be future nuns in the woods as well, yes.
My favourite part about teaching computer science at Upton is the pupils. I love seeing the girls grow from young year 7 newbies to leaving school at year 13. It's amazing to see their journey. I've been here 15 years and I often see them out and about, and they'll always stop for a chat. And it's very rewarding to see the type of person they've become. The girls learn lots of things in computer science because it's very, very varied. There's the academic side, the theoretical side, which is how a computer works, how a network works, even how the internet works. We've had a big push on coding recently, so we do a lot of coding. Some primary schools already do Scratch programming, so we start there and we move on to Python programming. Some of my pupils are amazing programmers. Obviously the digital world is very fast moving and exciting, so to make my lessons exciting, I make them as interactive and as practical as possible. Lots of work we do is online, and we enter lots of competitions that test computational thinking and cybersecurity, things like that. The whole ethos of Upton is felt throughout the school. It's a real community. The pastoral care is second to none. Lots of friendly teachers. We're a very friendly bunch, close-knit. The actual grounds are really amazing too. There's lots of green spaces. There's a beehive, a rosary walk, the apple orchard. We've got loads of clubs at school and after school and trips. And there's some really special days, such as the Wirral Way walk, where the whole school walk the Wirral Way. We stop for a barbecue halfway. And we even have an apple day where the girls will collect the apples and they all get sent off to make juice.
I love teaching chemistry because it's a good mix of practical and theoretical work, and it's got lots of real life applications. Chemistry is everywhere in the world, so it's in the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the air you breathe. It's literally everywhere. The science facilities at Upton are really great. We've got 9 state-of-the-art laboratories which are each dedicated to biology, chemistry and physics. And we've got all the equipment we need to carry out a whole range of experiments and investigations. The girls at Upton go on to lots of different STEM careers. We have girls going on to study medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, biochemistry, chemical engineering, a whole range of different courses. My favourite topic to teach is transition metal chemistry, because it's all about different colours, about why copper sulphate is blue and why cobalt sulphate is pink, and lots of experiments to change all the different colours.
My favourite part about teaching at Upton is definitely how welcoming and friendly everyone is. I've only been here for a year, but I feel like I've been here for so much longer than that, and that's because the staff and the students are so friendly, and from my very first day here made me feel like I was part of this big Upton family. I've never worked anywhere before where everyone is so supportive and encouraging of one another. The girls are so polite and kind, intelligent and ambitious, and the staff are so positive and passionate about what they do that it makes coming into school every day so easy. And I look forward to coming into work every day to see my students, to see my colleagues, and I just love being a teacher at Upton. So Business Studies at Upton definitely prepares the girls for life beyond the classroom. One of the other things that they have the opportunity to do here at Upton is the Business Studies students are able to develop their entrepreneurial skills. We're very fortunate here to have an orchard on the grounds, and we've seen that as an opportunity to develop these enterprising skills for the students. We now have our own version of apple juice, our Upton apple juice, that the girls have developed from concept through to packaging, pricing, branding and marketing as well. As a department, our business studies lessons are engaging and relatable, and we do this by contextualising concepts and topics, using case studies of big brands and businesses. By using these businesses that the girls are familiar with, it helps keep them engaged, it helps keep them interested, and that makes them feel more confident in their knowledge and understanding of the content because they're able to apply that to their real life that they already know of. So one of the other things that we do as a department to keep the girls engaged is to take them on a trip every year. The last few years we have taken them on a trip to London. Educational activities that they
get to experience while we're there are business-specific things like a tour of the financial district, which gives them the opportunity to be right in the middle of the hustle and bustle of one of the busiest business districts our country has. They also get to experience workshops and talks from marketing executives through to CEOs about different aspects of business that they might want to go into in the future. And of course, it wouldn't be a trip without allowing them to have some social time and do some enjoyable things as well. So we take them to a West End show, we let them have some sightseeing opportunities, and we also this year took them to Harry Potter World, which they absolutely loved. I think one of the reasons why the girls who choose business studies at Upton enjoy it so much is because it is so relatable to the world that they know. And as a department, we really do strive to make the lessons and the experience that the girls have as enjoyable and engaging as possible.
One of the main things I love teaching about English at Upton is the fact that when our students come to us, they are already really engaged in reading, and that always means that we get really excellent writing from our students, and marking such work is one of the pleasures of teaching at Upton. One of the things we think is really important about teaching English at Upton is that we're not just going to be preparing you to sit exams. We're not interested in turning you into a part of an exam factory. What we care about when we are teaching English is that we are teaching the whole person. To study English, to read literature, is to study humanity. And you will read and study things in this school that will teach you about love and loss and life and relationships that will make you better prepared for when you go out into the wider world and your relationships with other people. One of the most important things about our teaching practice in English is that we believe you learn from each other as much as you learn from your teacher. So you will find, if we are able to, that we always teach through group work, that we do a range of interactive activities, and when we're outside of the classroom, we get you to do some independent or flipped learning, where you find things out about our texts and our lessons before you come into the room. So you're always ready to participate and just sit there and listen. In 2019, we had a 99% pass rate at English GCSE. At A-level in 2019, we currently have 25 students. That's approximately a quarter of the Year 12 cohort.
Hello, my name is Mrs Hall and I'm Director of Sixth Form here at Upton. I'm joined by two of our Year 12 students who are also members of our head girl team. We have Pal and Louisa. And they're going to ask me some questions about our sixth form and what life is like in our sixth form at Upton. Pal?
We're all very excited for the completion of our new sixth form building. Are you excited?
It's a really exciting time at the moment at Upton. We have our new sixth form block, which is due to open in September 2020. And the block really mixes together a social hub for the students as well as a high-tech working space. And the design of the building has been done so that it mixes the best of university, study, life and modern business to really prepare students for life beyond sixth form.
So can you explain what courses Upton has to offer?
Sure, at Upton we offer over 20 A-level courses and we also offer BTECs in IT and health and social care. This year we're going to add an additional A-level to our curriculum, A-level sociology, and typically students will take 3 or 4 A-levels. But that's not the end of life at Upton and it goes beyond the academic. So we have a strong programme of sixth form enrichment for budding barristers of the future or people who are interested in law. They can take part in the National Bar Mock Trial competition. For those interested in honing their university research skills, they can take part in the extended project qualification. Or if they want to be involved in sports or leadership, we also have the sports leaders qualification. We also have guest speakers who attend school every week to speak to sixth formers from industry and a whole range of other sectors in our society.
Can you tell me a bit about the entry requirements?
Yes, of course. Our entry requirements are set to give students the best opportunity of success on their courses in the sixth form. Our general entry requirement is 5 grade 5s at GCSE, including 5s in English and Maths. If subjects have been studied at GCSE, we also ask for some additional requirements of a minimum of a grade 6, that's a 7 also in maths, and to take further maths it's a grade 8.
I've heard you have to pass an exam to get into Upton sixth form, is that true?
No, that's a common misconception. There is an entrance exam for year 7 entry, but there's no entrance exam for sixth form because we use students' GCSE results as their entry requirement.
Is it true that you have to be Catholic to attend Upton?
At Upton we have a strong Catholic ethos, but we welcome students from a whole range of faiths, and you will be very, very welcome at Upton, whatever your faith, or if you don't have a faith at all.
What are some of the future prospects for students at Upton?
Where can I start really? Throughout school at Upton, students are very well supported by our full-time careers advisor, who gives them advice right the way through the school, but particularly in the sixth form. We offer weekly careers meetings where students can opt in to attend a talk in a subject of their choice. We also have a range of guest speakers from different industries who come in to talk to students. The vast majority of our students will go on to university. However, we're increasingly seeing a number of students taking advantage of the fantastic apprenticeship opportunities, the degree apprenticeship opportunities and school leaver programmes that are out there at the moment. And we've actually launched this year something called Aspire Apprenticeships, which is a bespoke, tailored programme for those students who really want to focus on apprenticeships.
How many of our sixth form students go to university?
As I said before, the vast majority of students from Upton will progress into higher education and university. Many of our students will progress into very competitive universities such as the Russell Group. Our key advice is always for students to look for the best course in their field. So if they want to go into medicine, for example, we have a very strong success rate in terms of getting students into the early entry or very competitive fields of medicine, veterinary medicine and dentistry. In addition, this year we launched a brand new programme for Oxbridge applicants called Ada Lovelace, after the computer programmer pioneer Ada Lovelace. And that is again a bespoke programme for students who are interested in making a very successful Oxbridge application.
So what is the transition between year 11 and 12 like for new students coming to Upton?
Every year we welcome a number of students from other schools other than Upton who come because of our reputation in the area and the success of our sixth form. It will really start during year 11. I will visit some of the local schools and speak to students, and we welcome students to our open evening each year. In addition, they are involved in an interview process where they come and talk to us about their subject choices, and also our induction process during the summer term. They will also have a buddy in their form when they start in September to make them feel really welcome at Upton.
So I thought a good place to finish was in our school chapel, which is at the very heart of our school, and it's central to everything that we believe in and everything that we do at Upton. So if you have anything else that you need to ask about the school, if there's anything that you haven't seen on the video today, looking at our pupils and our sixth form students and some of our wonderful staff, then please feel free to get in touch or to have a look on the website, and if there's anything there that you can't find, I'm sure that we can answer it for you. We love Upton. We think it's a fantastic place to be. We think it's a fantastic place for your children, and indeed my children also grow up here. So please, what we'd love to do is for us to be able to make our Upton your Upton as well. Thank you.